and welcome to Most Haunted Extra. We've come to Anglesey into Beaumaris prison. To me it has to be one of the most finest examples of a prison that dates back to the Victorian times. It's unbelievable, it's huge, it really is a big place. It's going to be very, very frightening when all the lights go off. There's just lots of little cells, higgledy-piggledy rooms, going up the stairs, and there's long corridors which always frighten people. I just know for a fact there's going to be a lot of screaming tonight.
It's all very high tech.
Not brilliant, but brilliant. We've just arrived at Beaumaris Gaol in North Wales, and I've got to say it's beautiful, really nice, and even through the daytime it looks quite unnerving, very scary, so God knows what it's going to be like tonight. Like I say, we've all just arrived now, and everyone's running around like headless chickens at the moment, and I'm just trying to find Carl. I can't find Carl at the moment. We've been missing for the last 10 minutes because we need to know where we're going to start filming it back and where we're going to start lighting. This is fast becoming my favourite place to go.
Isn't it so weird that today, you get so used to looking at the modern jails and everything, you forget. It's so easy to forget that.
You're going back, you know.
But even in its day, this was probably very modern.
Yeah.
You know.
It was, but you know, at that time we all had the silent and separate system. They were all in a separate cell on their own when we came here. The original jail was on the seafront, with the car park on the green there.
Oh, right, yeah.
There's a big building there called Victoria Terrace. That's where the original jail was. Close proximity to the courthouse at that time. Right. So then when tourism started kicking off, when Victoria was coming in, and they found that it wasn't up to standard, the old jail, they decided to move the old jail up here. Hanson, better known for the Hanson Car, he was the architect of the building. And then he built Victoria Terrace afterwards, he bought that, and he built the Buckingham Hotel.
Brilliant, I think it's fantastic.
The place is fantastic, but this just shows you why you should never let an academic do field work. Because although I have a kit that could find out the environmental variables and actually look for a possible reason why people are having haunting experiences, I forgot the key to unlock the case. So it's locked. And that's why I'm here with a pair of scissors trying to open the thing. Just shows you, doesn't it?
Fantastic. Where'd you get those from?
From one of the other metal cases. They're all the same keys. Just shows you how bad the security is, doesn't it?
Are we happy now?
I'm so happy. I will make everybody souffle.
Right then. So, you know on the map what we're... Oh wow. Oh, it's huge.
It is big, isn't it? And the nice thing is that the ground floor matches the first floor entirely.
Okay. You've got your punishment cell.
Yes.
The women's workroom. The walk to the scaffold. The whipping room. Oh my God, that's awful.
To the left, just round here.
No, you can hung in the street.
Oh, you were hung in the
Yeah,
street?
you went across through the other door.
Yeah.
Through this
You were
door.
really high up, so then you get hung in the street.
And the other side of that is the street, so it's a public execution.
Yeah, because if you look at here, there's your walkway.
Oh, right, look.
Brilliant. And then they did you there. Right, so that's the gibbet door,
Look,
and that's
yeah.
where we're standing in there.
Oh my God, how awful.
And the guy that works here said he was closing up one night, he was stood there, and they heard a knock at that door from the outside, and they heard footsteps coming from above, as if someone was walking that.
It's amazing, isn't it? Oh, it's just horrific.
Thank God, sound.
That's the treadmill there, and then in the end room is the whipping room.
Oh my God.
It's all really pleasant, isn't it?
It's lovely. And in today's prisons, you get your own carpet, hairdressers, television.
TV.
Yeah.
This is what we've finally gotten done. We've got 3 lights, 4 lights we've got, and we've used this colour blue, so it gives out the shadows, if you can see, with the bars. Some nice shadows on the wall, you know, it looks very atmospheric. When Yvette's walking up, and then she's going to walk into that room, so Steadicam's on his way up shortly now. Excuse me, sorry.
I'm concerned about temperature tonight, because the temperature is going to go down outside. It's going to affect how people are doing the investigation, and it's not just they're going to report the temperature going down, but they might get headaches, start to shake a bit. They'll feel the physical effects a lot more here.
Yeah, you're right. And then, of course, they think they're gonna. It's paranormal, and in fact, it isn't.
And that'll play havoc.
Yeah.
Ideally, it'd be nice if it was a full.
Yeah. Well, that's something we're making it. Just put it on the Steadicam. We might as well get that full shot. So then the Steadicam will come back. And he'll come through and finish.
We're just waiting now. So first piece to camera that I have to do, where basically I talk about the prison, certain parts of the prison that are supposedly haunted, and a bit of history as well. So we're just setting up for that, and because we want the lighting to look right, to give everybody at home the mood of and the atmosphere that we actually are feeling here now. Funny enough, I was talking to a gentleman outside who's one of the guides here, and he said one of the phenomena here is, surprise, surprise, objects being thrown.
Not yet. Not yet. You're not doing this bit first. You're doing
We've got new members on board with us today, other crew members, and basically they're all shitting themselves. I suppose the most haunted team have been a bit blasé, you know, because we're used to doing it week in and week out. But it's nice to see other people come on board. And one of the girls there who's dealing with the auto queue, I don't know her name, I've not really spoke to her, but I heard her earlier on talking about she didn't want to come up here on her own. She'd only come up if other crew members were up here, and she'd up there now just setting stuff out, but she won't go anywhere on her own. So God knows what's going to happen to her.
The first, William Griffiths, was hanged in 1830 for the attempted murder of his wife. And the second wasn't until 1862. Richard Rowlands was hanged for murdering his father-in-law. They would have both spent their last hours in the condemned cell.
He's pushed you to head and shoulders.
That is, yeah. You can walk in. Let get last because you cut. If you just take a couple of steps in, that would really help. From there, that's brilliant. And just walk in.
Well, to this day, people coming.
Is everyone happy? Yeah. Set. And action.
Well, to this day, people complain of being pushed against the wall by an unseen force. Others complain of being touched by ghostly hands, and a lonely phantom is said to lurk in the shadows.
I'm happy. I thought it looked great. Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Brilliant. That's take. Just grab hold of Yvette. We've had a bit of a problem because we need 4 cameras to do this shoot. It's Yvette and Kieran's piece of camera. Now, one of the problems is that we've hired in a camera and a set of legs, and Wigan said there's no plate, so you can't stick the camera to the legs. That's what the plate does. So I've just gone mad, and then to find out it's in where it should be, in the back. So we've had to de-rig the cameras that we were going to use, which weren't the cameras we wanted to use. Not confusing you yet. But I'm calm now. It's fine. See, this is me calm now. I'm calm. In with love, out with hate. In with love, out with anger. That's now. Anyway, the next bit you're going to see is Yvette's speech with Kieran.
It's not derelict. I mean, some of the jails that we've done before, it's really as it would have been in the Victorian era. It just has that feel about it.
What sort of places, what sort of rooms, cells, corridors really fascinate you?
Well, there's the usual phenomena that you get. There's the wrapping, there's the sense of presence, but there is some unusual phenomena that's occurred here.
Okay, Vat, do you want to talk to me?
Yeah, that'd be good if you just took your camera lens off. God's sake. Just done a few pieces to camera. I just know, I just really know that stuff is going to happen here tonight. I've got a really good feeling about it. I know I want to go off with Kieran on my own. I want to go off with John Gilbert on my own. I'm getting braver, I really am.
This door locks from the outside. I reckon tonight, either you or I should go in there on our own for half an hour.
Absolutely.
And the other one, somebody lock it on the outside. Because that would be...
We'll do that.
Can you imagine darkness in there with no power?
Well, don't forget, Carl, there's another cell. It's got 3 doors to it.
Oh, that one, yeah, downstairs. That's downstairs, yeah.
Half an hour in that, there's no fact we can eat.
It's pitch black, this is no cell.
Inside is no place of sanctity, as people feel as though someone is standing behind them, while others complain of the walls mysteriously moving in and a severe tightening of their chest. Is the spirit of a past governor trying to communicate with us, or is this just a cold, lonely place with a terrible history? We have 24 hours to find out.
That is nice, especially if you kind of...
So it's that. Keep your position, please. I've just arrived at Beaumaris jail. It looks kind of scary. I'm going to be really, really frightened when the lights go out, but that's not for a few hours yet. So until then, I'm going to just take stock of myself, get it, see what I did then, and we're going to have a cup of tea.
You must believe me when I say this. Just hold it down. I was talking to Ian Cash, one of the other camera guys earlier, and I said, is there anything else down here, mate? He said, yeah, there's a light, there's some trace and some gels. I came down and the lights were here. I got the light, I put it there, I started collapsing the stands, and as I'm doing that, something caught the corner of my eye, and I looked over, and I'm being deadly serious now. It was like someone was standing here, looking at me, and walked off, and that is no word of a lie.
I'm looking through the floor plans and the notes in order to know where I'm going to be setting up lock-offs, MP3s, trigger objects, EMF.
Oh, Kieran, look a little bit more animated.
Yeah, we're going to be doing MP3s, lock-offs, trigger objects, all those kinds of things. I can't wait to get started with this investigation.
Cool.
And some EMF meters. Just do one in one corner, pointed at the door, and the other one in the other corner, pointed that way. So, and I'll set up various sensors around the room. Temperature sensors to see if there's any unusual drop, and later on when I come back and collect the cameras I can check the readout from these, and also an EMF meter and constant record. Yep, looks good. Okay, let's find exit.
Action!
Okay, David, I'm guessing that you're picking up on sunshine, happiness, parties, that sort of thing.
Yeah, all of that. It's love and light all the way. Oddly enough, no.
I don't think so.
No. The visuals are clear, aren't they? I mean, it's iron bars and plain old walls. In my head, though, I've got that general clatter thing that you get. You know, you've got to get, again, right underneath the obvious, I guess, which is what your imagination creates. So I want to just keep walking until I can get specifics I want to meet.
Alright, this is my first piece of diary count today, and as you can tell, it's gone dark already. I'm working like a blue arse fly since the first chance I've had to talk to you, really. It's been a fantastic. We've done one walk round already. As you can see, we're just getting ready for the second walk round. This is a welcome return because we've not done nighttime walk rounds for a long time. So I'm just getting a little mini camp ready, PC90s in case you're interested. And we're going to go through, and hopefully we're going to get as much activity as we just did on the lit walk round, because you know it's night time and you get a lot more stuff happening. It gets a lot more spooky here. So hopefully when we do this now, the shit let that down.
But do you want to just lock me in the cell?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Stuart.
Sure you're going to be alright, though?
Yeah, you're going to be outside?
If you want to be outside.
Just be outside for a bit, and just in case it all goes
It's
wrong.
going to be with me.
Sam.
What's this? What it is?
I'm just going to go upstairs for 15 minutes now, on my own in the condemned cell.
I don't think that's a really good idea.
But what I'm going to do, if you just shut it now.
Yeah.
Shut it, and I'm going to tell you when I'm sitting on the bed and this is ready, because I'm going to lie down and just lock it, because I want to hear it lock. You can lock the door. I'm just going to pan around the room. This is the condemned cell. I'm on my own. I didn't know what, I was disoriented, I didn't know what, I knew where I was, but it was kind of like you think, wow, and then every time I feel like that, Dave was going, are you alright? You don't see.
It's a nice feeling, isn't it? Feeling that for a while and then you can snap out of it. And
yeah, it was good that I kept snapping out of it.
Back to normality again, but them guys didn't have any choice, did they?
But I'm going to do, you know. I just appreciate that, yeah.
I've just been hit with a stone out here.
Where?
I've just been hit with a stone out here. Everybody heard it, didn't you?
I heard that, we heard it, yeah.
Yeah, it hit my knee. It hit my knee.
But that was like it came from up there.
Carl's just had the SH1T scared proud of him. He was standing there talking and this chap walked up and Carl thought it was a ghost. He went, oh yeah, shit me up.
I say this place is scary place.
Yes, it is, isn't it? It's great.
I don't want to go home, but in a way I can't wait to go home.
I know. We're getting brew up.
So if you give me a few minutes.
Yes, I'll lock the door.
Carl and Yvette's group said that they had done a reenactment of the condemned man in the condemned cell. So Stuart, Jeff and myself went back over to that area, and then I did it. I played the condemned man, and I sat in the condemned cell for 3-4 minutes and was imagining the crime that I had committed, shoving a broom handle down my wife's throat and killing her. Not my actual wife, just thinking about the role. And when Stuart came in and said, "It's time,"
It's time.
and we went out, we were walking along the corridor, and I could feel myself getting more and more angry. Really angry, to the point where when we got to the gallows and Stuart stepped to one side, I was just breathing really heavily, and then I turned around to Stuart and had my fists like this. I couldn't pull them apart. I was just so angry, and I wanted to punch the out of Stuart. There could be many reasons for that, but playing the role of the condemned man, I was just really angry. Really, really angry. I'm not an actor, but playing a role is the ultimate in suggestion. It really is. So I've got a rational explanation for it, but I defy anybody not to sit in the condemned cell for 5 minutes and think about why you're there and think about why you're going to be executed and not go through an intense emotional experience.
Well, that's another night finished. Another night done. Another investigation done.
Chester's down.
We've been pelted. You've been attacked. You've sworn at a ghost. You've realised that you're a ghost falling in love with you. Average night for most haunted.
An average night.
That's it for another Most Haunted Extra. Thank you very, very much for joining us.
We were being pelted with stones again. Car felt really funny down in the condemned cell area. We had wrappings again there. It was just awful. It was really, really quite frightening.
Even though it was a great investigation, the general sort of feeling is that it didn't have enough time.
That's it for another investigation. I have to say this was a cracking place. Absolutely fantastic. If you're around the area, in fact, even if you're not in the area, make a special journey. It's a great place, interesting place. I think there's a lot more to give up here. We just didn't have time. I've loved it. I always love coming to Wales, and tonight was just no exception.